Yo, 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 once again, we're back. This is We're Just Messengers podcast. Of course, I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
And we got my dog, the top shotter, in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How you feeling, bro?
Everything's love, man. Love is love. Big ups to everybody.
How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, man. Feeling real good.
It's cold outside for real now.
Yeah, it's supposed to be warming up again today, too, so it's supposed to be like
real?
60.
I know it's cold for a fact because I let that heat run all night last night. So I know it's really cold, like, for real. You know what I'm saying?
Energy bill going up that month.
Yeah, man. I'm prepared for it, though. It's all good. How y'all
Man, I be doing that. I be doing that budget billing shit. I got into that shit a couple months back. So your shit'll be the same price every month, unless you go like crazy above your usage.
Well, that's like with your provider?
So like everybody got Dominion Energy now.
Right.
So basically, what you do is when you live in a certain spot for a certain period of time, they offer you what they call budget billing. So basically, what it is like they'll calculate your usage every month.
Yeah. And
then, cause you know your bill will change every month.
Yeah.
It either be you already know which out the year, which two are the higher, what the lowest. So they combine it, average it out, and then you pay that every month, unless you go over your usage like a substantial amount. So you'll pay the same flat amount every month. And I started doing that.
I need to look into that. That's
Yeah.
so fly as hell.
Yeah, so you ain't got to worry about, that 1 month where you probably got paid crazy. Like, I think the highest I ever had was like 170.
Mm-hmm.
Then for the summer, I think the highest I probably have is like 130. And then everything else would probably be like between 80, 90, somewhere around there. So they average it out. I pay about like 108. Yeah.
That's what's up.
So yeah.
All right, man,
That shit clutch as hell.
Let's get into this shit, man. It's a lot of
Yeah, man. I know this topic gonna be. I expect for you to really give like a good insight on this one, being that you got a daughter.
I mean, honestly, it ain't really too much to really. We'll talk about this T.I. shit, man, because there's a lot of tomfoolery going on, man. So T.I. decides to get on this podcast and basically says how he makes his daughter go to a scheduled checkup every year, and he makes his daughter he disclosed all his information, like no one asked him this. So he makes his daughter he makes his daughter sign over her personal information just to assure that she's still a virgin. This shit is OD weird with me, and it's I don't know, man. Why would T.I. What's going on with Tip Harris, man? Why would he feel like this is even if he wanted to do that, you know what I'm saying? Why would you personally disclose? Why would you come out with that?
Then they get mad when people speak on personal shit like that. It's because you made it public.
You made it public for
so now it's free game.
Yeah, it is free game.
It's overseas on your parenting skills. You could have kept that shit private.
But
he is a dumbass because your hymen doesn't have to get broken through sexual intercourse. So that's not really proving anything.
But that shit just OD weird to me. That shouldn't even be you shouldn't be trying to police your child like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just
I don't even know how Tiny even spoken on.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
That's not her daughter.
Yeah, it's not. But at the same time, it's
I wonder how the mother.
Don't they have? They have a daughter together. They have the little baby together. So
they have the little girl.
Yeah.
Together.
So it's
they got boys together.
So it's one day is that gonna happen with her too? You know what I'm saying? So it's this shit just weird all around, man. And it's life is life, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't be hell bent on some shit you can't control. You know what I'm saying? The most you can do is give her the best advice possible. You being a father, you know what I'm saying?
Because the more you try to,
it's just gonna
go worse.
That's just how the laws work. So it's
and she's 18, about to go to college. So.
It's just weird. That's just weird. To me personally, when I heard that, I was like, what? These
niggas just getting weirder and weirder by the years.
Weird. This shit is weird. I don't know, man. Drew, what do you think, man?
T.I.'s out of the line, but he's been out of the line. You know, it's also, you know, your daughter's privacy at this point. You know what I'm saying? She's about to be a college kid.
She's a young woman now.
Yeah, like you pulling up for her appointments is wild to me. That's just wild. Like, mind your business first of all. I mean, and if she brings it to light, like something's going wrong and shit like that, then I can understand. But just to even say that, and even if it is true, just keep that shit to yourself. Like, we don't need to know that.
Shit just weird, man. It's like I just can't get with it, man. Like I had a few people ask me about it, and I'm like in regards to like how I would do that, and I'm like, nah, there is no there. Like I said, all you
honestly, when it comes to stuff like that, I feel like this is my opinion. Like, especially like me having 2 little sisters and my mom being single, like, and her having to have those discussions with us growing up.
Right.
Like, I feel like that's more so a mother's
responsibility
to
a mother relates to that more. Like,
yeah, to have that relationship and that talk when it comes to stuff like that. Like, in the future, if I have a daughter, that's not my place. I feel like that's not my place to have. I can have the conversation with her as far as like how to deal and what type of different dudes she might run into, but like the actual nah, that's on the mother to handle that. And the same with boys. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just, I even feel weird with even would have to have that type of conversation, or even I'm not even pulling up to no appointments doing no shit like that, because eventually it's going to happen. So you doing that is,
and it's just like, you know, like I just feel like I'm thinking about the daughter. Like I know she like OD uncomfortable with that.
I
shit.
heard she like had turned her comments off on Instagram and shit.
She cut her comments off, and she was like liking like a lot of tweets on Twitter. Like, it was basically like bashing T.I. Like, like, and it's like obviously like, she don't fuck with that shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And
like,
he should have never made it public.
He should have never made that shit public. So now you just got, and you just say somebody go to college and shit now. So that's gonna be like a cloud over her head now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this weird shit that your father doing.
Because then
like,
weirdo niggas is gonna be on her like, oh, let me take your V card and all kind of shit.
Shit just weird. It's just open up a whole like Pandora's box of weird.
You should have kept that shit private.
Like,
you should have kept that shit private.
That's just like it's real. That's real messy, man.
Yeah,
like,
you should have just kept that shit to yourself. And it's like you and you got to think about how it affects her moving forward. So,
but the thing is, like, I've heard people like say like not to this extreme, but people say like similar shit. This will always be weird to me. Like they try to like make it sound like cool, like they trying to protect their daughter and shit like that, but.
Yeah, I seen those tweets on the.
But like the shit weird, like that shit just weird, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
that
nothing
ain't protecting them.
That's not protecting them, in my opinion. That shit just it's ignorant, honestly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially like if you want, because like I'll just use T.I. again for example. Like he's on the show, basically because his little boy, like one of the sons turned like 16 or something like that. Mm-hmm. He basically telling him like he don't care how much girls he have and all this other shit. Just use all the condoms and shit. But that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, you're not, like, even though you told them to use the condoms and shit like that is like, giving them game as far as protecting themselves. But, is that even like what we're supposed to be, like, the type of way we're supposed to be on right now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta keep the same energy.
You gotta keep the same energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and to be honest with you, I wouldn't even want him, like, being all around.
Yeah, that
like,
shouldn't even be his focus.
Like,
that shouldn't be his focus. Like at 16, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
regardless of using it or not, because you can still, you don't know what other activities they're doing within the actual act. You see what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You can have some more other shit going on, and you dealing with multiple females at one time doing those same acts. So, nah, I'm not with that shit.
Man, the nigga got some other shit going on. I can't get with none of that, man. Like, I mean, if I can't even like say what I'm about to say because that wouldn't even make sense neither. But the shit just weird to me, man. Like, I just can't rock with it at all. Honestly.
I don't know. The niggas get these platforms, and just as they get older, he's gonna have another outlandish statement or comment.
Yeah, somebody said that they was like, y'all forget this nigga's emotional, so he's gonna come out soon for coming at his parenting skills, with some outlandish shit. And I'm just like, honestly, you should save that shit, honestly. Like,
yeah, just leave it alone.
Just leave the shit alone. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because if
like,
you try to come on with that, the niggas gonna get back on your neck again about other shit. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, like, it's like, like with like a lot of people that we deem legends, like they do a lot of like crazy shit.
They be the main ones.
They be the main ones.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I first saw it, sadly I wasn't surprised. I expect comments like this from T.I. going forward. I'm not just talking about the actual that itself, but like this is his temperature now. Like, he's just a weirdo nigga. He been a weirdo nigga for a long time now. He's been a weirdo nigga for a long time.
Damn, Cliff.
Rap legend, everything. Utmost respect. Man. But as far as outside of rap, wow, a lot of these niggas get older and they just do weird. Like, this is like
this one is of the most weird shit.
Yeah, this is peak weirdo shit. So I'm not surprised. And going forward, I expect for him to say some more other.
You think it's just going to get out?
Yeah, it's going to get worse. Imagine when these niggas turn 50, like 50, 60.
When they think they about to die soon.
Imagine when it's then. You know what I'm saying? Like, still trying to like be out here and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but like it's just certain rappers I don't see be on that shit. Like, it be other rappers who still be doing their thing, but they don't be doing like like Eric B, Rakim. Like, I saw him on a podcast a while back, and he still looks cool, laid back type of dude, and right. He still get paid, but he's not out here trying to be something that he's not, or saying shit to stay relevant. Or a lot of these dudes, man, like who you say we deem legends, like especially like within our era.
Yes,
like,
our era, like
it's
really
like these niggas is getting weirder and weirder by the moment.
They doing some
like you got a podcast now, so now you saying all this shit to get. And all it's doing is helping out his rating.
He already had said some weird shit, like even because he had Tiny on an episode. I think it was last week, and he basically was saying like like a man's wife should never deny him sex. Like, he should be able to get it whenever he want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how she feeling and shit like that. And I think I heard the clip. Like, even Tiny was just sitting there like like
she should never deny him sex.
Yeah, like he should be able to get it whenever he want to, like whenever, however.
I mean, I can't 100% like agree with that, because like I mean they go through things as females.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's like, bro, like what do you?
And then on the flip side, we probably don't always feel like that shit either. So. I mean,
I don't know. Like, I don't know what man's got going on, man. Like, shit just, like you say, man, niggas get old.
That nigga tripping.
Like, yeah. The nigga's tripping, man. Like, I just don't.
Never deny that nigga bugging.
Facts.
That sound like some more, like, I can't even find the term of the word I'm looking for. That just sounds like something like an enslavement type shit.
Yeah, it's like some over possessive entitlement type shit.
Yeah, like you gotta.
Like, it's like rooted in some power issues. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, regardless of what she got going on, but like,
yeah,
like, I want sex right.
If I want it, then I should be able to have it. You know
regardless of what you doing. That nigga tripping.
I don't give a fuck what you got going on. Yeah, that nigga's big tripping. Like, I was like, yo, what?
I don't know. I mean, then with everybody, like, getting out more and more content, is like, I think a lot of times people try to come out with just like a clickbait moment.
Yeah.
To like just get the attention on them and all kind of shit. But I don't know, man. I hope T.I. get better with his shit, man. I don't know.
Is it too late to say that? Like,
probably is.
We've had a lot.
It might just be who they are.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at what point do we just be like, that's just what this nigga do? Yeah. Just across the board. Like, it don't even got to be like statements like this. It could just be like anything period. Like sports, music. Like, we just be like this. That's just what, like you just said. That's just who you are. No matter who you are, you was who you was. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. I just hope. And Twitter's wild though.
Right.
So I see somebody say she can't. Somebody say you can't check the mouth or something like that. Or something like that.
See, I didn't even get into.
But that's the type of shit that she's gonna see.
Yeah, so it's like, this girl not even 18 yet, and we making these types of jokes about her.
She just like turned 18.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit just ago. And that shit like, just on,
For it to come out now,
yeah, like this is an important time in her life. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
It's like that's kind of like fuck up a lot of shit because
and she going into college.
Yeah, so it's like that was already like that's already like a weird experience. You a super celebrity's like child. So it's like, all right, how am I gonna hold down privacy and all this other shit? And then this happens.
He gonna have to fix it within her and their relationship.
Yeah,
but publicly don't speak on that shit no more.
I can honestly see how this will cause a major wedge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like seriously, like
because he wasn't thinking about how
he ain't thinking about her. He ain't thinking
about her in the situation.
He ain't thinking about her.
Nope,
at all.
That's crazy, bro. Like that's wild. But I seen some males defend him on that shit.
I can't. There. What are we defending?
They saying, "Oh, y'all mad at T.I. because y'all daddies didn't love you."
That ain't what that is about.
I know, but that's what niggas is saying.
Nah, man, y'all ain't getting no points off that one, bro. That shit weird, bro. Weird.
Yeah,
knock it off, y'all. Cut it out.
And like, I mean, I get it. Fathers a little bit more protected their daughters, but you going overboard, way overboard. This is the date scene on Bad Boys 2 times a million. There's too much going on. Yeah, that is a funny scene, but
no, this real life. That shit. This is like if that scene went completely left.
And that shit never like intimidated me, like shit like that. Like I remember one time my ex, her pops was talking crazy to me, and I was just like sitting there, like I guess he would have thought I would have left or something, or got up, and I was just been like, what you talking about? Like, what you mean? Like I was just like challenging him, like what are you talking about? Like that shit, like that don't bother me. Like you pulling up with your like the whole with the gun shit.
I always thought that was corny. Like I always thought that was like real talk, bro. Like that shit would infuriate me if I couldn't make it to send my son off, and he was like, yo, like her dad had a gun or something.
We would have had a conversation.
We would have had a really, really real conversation, bro. Like that shit corny, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this is corny. Like whether it's my son or somebody else, like the shit gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
It don't even gotta go that far.
It's not even that deep. Like it's not that deep, bro.
I'm not even gonna have no have my daughter. No, dog. Like you know what you need to do.
You know what you need to do, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I don't have
it's a respect thing at the end of the day.
Yeah, like if I'm trusting you, you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like for one, you should already know this young man before this even going on. Like you know what I'm saying. Like the prom shit. Like I'm gonna meet the little nigga regardless. So that line of respect will already be established. So it's like I want him. None of this shit have to go on. Like the whole like this happens every prom season. Like it'd be a nigga like posing by his daughter in the date with the gun and shit like that. This shit's corny. Like that shit's OD corny, bro. I'll never be that father, bro.
No, it's not. It's not even.
It's not.
That don't make you tough.
That don't make you look crazy. Like you look crazy, bro. Like shout out to all the I'm about to go left right now. Shout out to all the single households that I went through. You know what I'm saying? Who didn't have fathers, didn't have to worry about none of that.
That shit is funny to me. Now that I actually think about that situation I went through, that shit was like funny to me. I'm like, he really tried to one up on me. Like, I was like,
well, how old were you? Like,
I was like 17, 18
like,
at the time.
Why are you going back and forth with a 17-year-old, bro? Like,
yeah, like, and
why are you trying to one up a teenager?
Yeah, dog. I think we was. She had just came back from college. I think we had an argument and some shit like that. And I had went down there her sister house or whatever. And he was like, "I'm gonna tell you something, Michael." I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "You need to start acting like a bitch." And I was like, "How am I acting like a bitch?" And he was like, he just kept drinking and saying some other things and.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like,
he took it there,
and so I'm just like, well, what you mean? Like, what you talking about? And he just kept on drinking. I think because he was drinking, I don't know, but I don't know.
Nah, son.
So I looked him dead in his eyes, and I was just like, what you mean? Like, what you talking about? I mean, he just kept on drinking or whatever, and just kept going on and on about his shit.
That's OD, bro.
So I was just like,
I ain't gonna lie.
Whatever.
Hey, Drew, what you gonna do if your son call you with that type of time? Like,
I don't think I want to put that on record.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just thinking about if my little man called me, it was like, this nigga was calling me a bitch and shit to my face. I'm like, what? Like,
I'm definitely gonna have to pull up and see this man to man.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna have to be something happening behind that.
Yeah, but it was one of those situations. Like, it was like I honestly was like laughing at it because it's like I knew if it would have went somewhere, it would have been more like I don't know how to explain. It would have been bad more so for him though.
Right.
Because it's like, and he drinking, so it's like it would have been easy for me to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But after that, we never really had no more conversation after that.
I wouldn't talk to the nigga no more neither, man. I already won anyway. You know what I'm
Like times after that when he had seen me, it wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing. So it is what it is.
See, like shit like that will probably make me not want to fuck with your daughter anymore, just because your daddy goofy as fuck. Like,
I see where you get it from.
Yeah, like I nah.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like even with me and her after that shit, like we ain't never really had no conversation about that situation after that. It was. I think she knew, like he was tripping. It was one of those moments.
She was embarrassed.
Yeah, I think that's what it. I think that's more so what it was. So I guess she might have had told him about the argument we might have had.
Yeah, and he just took it somewhere.
And he took it. It took it somewhere we even had to go at. So, but it is what it is.
I don't know, man. I just think like a lot of niggas is not really equipped for those type of like situations, man. Like I don't know, man. A lot of niggas just they don't got like their mind's not open to that type of shit. So when they come across that type of thing, it's just like one track. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it be corny how they go about it. So
yeah, and it's all about your presence and like how you present yourself. Because if you coming at me like with that energy off rip, I'm not going to respect it. Yeah, because it's like
that's just anybody across the board.
Yeah,
though. Like,
it's
I'm gonna come at you respectful, but you're not gonna play with the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like dog, like you think that shit is intimidating? Like that shit don't intimidate me. Like I'm gonna laugh at you to be honest.
Yeah, that shit just.
It's like this what we doing is like dog. This is not like back in the day. Oh yeah, you're gonna nah. I think that's where a lot of them get that shit from, like that old school mentality.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And but nah.
Like our generation and up, like we really don't fuck with none of that old mentality shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
even like with brothers, like when brothers who have sisters and they dating somebody.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that. Like I met my sister's boyfriends and stuff like that. Like it's nothing on that type of time. It's like I respect them. Like you know what you're supposed to do, and just keep it pushing. That's it. But all that, have my sister.
That's just so like it's so prototypical, man. It's like a 80s movie. Like have my daughter back.
To be honest with you, that to me it just showed me how soft you are.
Yeah, you insecure about something.
Yeah, you insecure about something.
Like so.
Yeah,
it is what it is, man.
So crazy. You watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
So the last season, you remember how the character Billy, right? Mm-hmm. How tough, like how he always used to, basically was a bully, right?
Yeah.
And then we saw why he acted the way that he acted. That's a real thing that a lot of dudes go through.
Yeah, that should be.
Because when his pops used to fire up on his ass, he used to just like start tearing up and get like real emotional and shit like that.
He take it out on everybody else though.
Man, Mrs. Moms.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So I figure a lot of times when dudes act out like that, I'm not saying that's exactly what it was, but
it'd be deep rooted.
It'd be deep rooted.
It'd be some other shit going on.
Like that.
So yeah, man. Speaking of parenting, man, it's been a viral video of of a mother. Apparently, she came to the school. The teacher reached out to her. It was like her son was causing disturbance, and not only did she discipline him, I won't say hard. Would you classify that as a harsh whooping?
Yes. I mean them.
I was saying like we done got our ass cut growing up. So
yeah, but I think it's the you recording it, posting it.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. The whooping within itself.
Yeah,
not just like I'm gonna get into the recording aspect, but like, would you say that's like a
dragging him out to school? All
right, no, yeah, all the dragging him and tearing up his clothes and all that shit. Like that's OD.
Because did you just see the one I saw this morning about the fair?
What happened at the fair?
So this mom was whooping his son like
at the fair.
At the fair, and it's like a big circle, everybody recording shit, but he start fighting back. Like them boys start really going to blows. Them boys end up on the floor, on the ground fighting and shit like that. This shit was crazy. Looking crazy.
And you got all these people recording you.
Shit, wild. But yeah,
like so, like. All right, so like she came to the school and whooped on him and whatnot. He was causing a disturbance and it's a lot going on. You know, a lot of people saying it's OD. I would never record any type of disciplinary contact between me and my child. So it's like I'm looking at this. I'm just like I don't understand. Like, when did we get into this culture of recording us? Like, it's basically oversharing. Like, because I've seen people. I don't see
Since that should start. I remember a while back when a dad was beating on his daughter's ass because she was twerking.
She was missing, and it was. This is several times it's happened. Like, a daughter done whooped on her because. The father whooped on the daughter because she was missing for a couple of days. The other one he caught her daughter's twerking and all this other shit. And it's like, why y'all recording this shit?
I'm not recording no beatings. I'm not. That shit is weak. Like, and I don't think they understand. Like, mentally, that's gonna fuck with your child. Like, going forward, because that's never going away.
I done seen a woman beat on her son in a barbershop and told everybody to record this shit. And I'm just like. Why y'all even how you as a business owner? Why would you even let that go down?
Oh, this so many I'm not a fan of no shit. I'm not a fan of the crazy haircuts.
Oh yeah, that's corny.
When they do some,
the barber's corny too. The barber is corny.
Like the George Jefferson haircut.
I ain't doing that.
Nah,
if I'm a barber, I'm telling you gotta go to somewhere else to do it because I'm not doing that.
Yeah, don't do
that shit just corny. Like I wouldn't. That shit corny. Like,
and honestly, I would hope to think because. Most of the time, I be seeing the mothers who be doing that
the moms do this.
So I be like, where the father at? And if he's not around, I know he feels some type of way about that shit.
Hey, real talk, if my mom ever did that to me, dog, like, she going in an old folks home, bro. She going in an old folks home, bro. You know what I'm saying? My mom wasn't with none of that corny shit, though. So
it's a way about, but moms. The messed up haircut shit is not cool.
That's just
that shit's not cool.
That's not cool. But back to the whole whooping shit, I do feel like it was unnecessary, and it's like, I just don't get it. Like even when you can see the teacher look kind of remorseful. Like, damn, I shouldn't even have called her. Like, for all this, like, I could have just disciplined myself.
That should be wild, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Now there was some times when I was a kid, dog. I'll probably tell you when I was like 4 or 5, for like 4 through 6, right. I was bad as fuck.
Right, but
I was bad as I'm Mo. Like,
was your mommy never try to publicly embarrass you though?
Not publicly embarrass me. I remember one time she came up to the school. She made me apologize to a girl, like in kindergarten that I had hit.
Right,
like she made me get up in front of the class and apologize, shit like that. But she didn't beat me or
different.
Nothing like that.
She didn't put hands on you.
But
you know like
there was times like when I was in preschool, dog. I used to throw shit at teachers. I'd be in timeout.
I feel you.
During recess, I take wood chips and throw them at the teacher and shit like that.
I kicked my teacher before.
I used to get my ass cut, but when I used to get to when I started first, second, third, and all that shit kind of had died down. But as far as that was probably my most embarrassing moment without getting my ass cut.
With the classroom shit?
The classroom. Dog, I remember that day like it was yesterday.
She came to school unannounced?
Nigga, she told me she was coming. So what happened was we had to wait in the cafeteria before we go to class. Yeah. So we had to walk in line. I look down the hallway and I see her waiting. I see her waiting to come to the classroom. She come to the classroom 10, 15 minutes later. I got to get up in front of the class, apologize, everything.
Hey, you know what'd be funny though? That random time you come back from bathroom break, your teacher take you the whole class to the bathroom. Yeah. Come back and it's a random parent in the classroom. Yeah.
That was me.
You already know who parent is because niggas get quiet.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's your mama.
Yeah.
niggas do complete 180, boy.
Facts.
Niggas been feeling themselves before that bathroom break. Facts. Get back from the bathroom, niggas on hush.
But the thing was, I saw it coming, so she didn't catch me on the surprise. Yeah. I saw it coming.
You knew it was coming.
Man, I'll never forget that day.
You had that fear of God going though.
What? Nigga, I was shook up. I had to repeat everything that she was saying. I had to repeat everything that she was saying while she was standing in front of the class.
She was probably talking real calm to you too.
What? Yup. It's not gonna happen again, right?
No, mama, no.
I ended up saying that to the girl. She's like, "No, I'm asking you. Is this not gonna happen again?" Yep.
You asked her, it's not gonna happen. You asked the girl.
That's how shook up I was, bruh. Mind you, now this this was kindergarten,
right?
Kindergarten, first grade. Yeah, well, I was shook up, but I mean, my mom didn't have to go to the route of. Now she used to cut my ass, but she would do it at home.
Yeah.
My mom wasn't really with the beating my ass in public shit. Yeah. Now she did like backslapped me one time in the grocery store because I was out of pocket one day.
Yeah, I mean, I used to get my ass cut. Then, like, you know, I think around like fifth grade, sixth grade, that shit kind of phased out. It was more like, you know, stern talking tos, you know, an occasional.
Yeah, by middle school, I really didn't see no wrath then.
Yeah, like I don't really.
I would get punched and shit, but I never used to get like the
that
the
whole
belt
all
and
that
all
shit was a dub.
Yeah, that
like,
shit
that
was
shit
a dub by then.
bro. But you know, I definitely done got some Hall of Fame level ass cuttings before, like them can't breathe for like 2-minute ass cuttings. Them deep breaths.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the deep breaths one, you sleep good after that shit.
Oh, yeah, that's a good nap. That's a good nap. You kind of relieved, like, damn, I shit.
No, this is time I can remember, like, when I had some real bad ass whoopings, dog. I think one time, there was another time I slept real good after this one. So I think my mom had took me to, like an elderly woman's house. She might have had known. And I think I was, like, I just didn't have no manners or something. Right. I don't know. I can't remember. Like,
them be the ones where you get that ass cut.
And I was just like real short, or I was like I wasn't speaking back, or something like that. I came home and she just let loose on me.
Them no manners and ungrateful ass cuttings. Them be the ass cuttings. Mm-hmm. I remember what's the navy blue 13s, man? The Flint 13s, like the original ones.
So I was like 97, 98.
Right. So this is when Kids Foot Locker in Northwood first opened. It was like the first shoe they got. I wanted them bitches so bad. My mom was like, "Nah, I'm not buying those right now." But she was buying me some Forces already. I was like, "I don't want these." It was like on some ungrateful shit. Like, boy, not only I ain't get no shoes, I got one of them high level ass cuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the shit I do for you type ass cuttings, them from the depths of her soul.
But you understand that shit.
Yeah, you understand that shit now. I was like, bro, like, you ain't even had to go that far. Like, you know what I'm saying? You still was getting something.
Mm-hmm. You know still was getting, but you don't think about it.
You don't think about it. You thinking as a child, you thinking like, I don't want, you want what you want. You know what I'm saying?
I think with the embarrassing aspect, I don't know when that shit started. Yeah, to be honest with you.
When niggas was able to record everything for themselves, that's when the shit started. Like back when you was growing up, there was no, like, I'm not even saying my mom even had that type of character to do this, but there was no like platforms where people just upload their lives and everything. Yeah. So it's like, shit like this probably was going on, but I mean, I'm pretty sure like, asshole was going on, just based off my personal account, but there was no, we just, as kids, we knew we was getting our ass cut if we was out of line.
The recording aspect of it is...
The recording aspect is just some weird
because
shit.
You always had that, because they joke about it in shows, like, your mom coming up to the school.
Yeah, you know what time it is.
You know what time it is. Mom coming up to school. Everybody, not everybody, but especially black boys. Like if you was acting up, you knew your mom was coming up to the school.
Yeah, I mean, I done had some homeboys whose fathers done came to the school. So I can't even really say just all moms, like,
I ain't never seen a pops come to the school. I done seen mothers come to the school.
I done seen several pops come to school, take them to that bathroom real quick. You know what I'm saying? For real. Moonwalk on that ass, send them back to class. For real.
Come back with a whole different
attitude. With a whole new demeanor. You know what I'm saying? I'm a changed man.
And so crazy because like that was your worst fear in school because you couldn't talk crazy.
You couldn't talk crazy, bro.
But I know, like your pops come up here.
Hey, chill out now. You just get that ass cut yesterday now. For real. We heard that shit now.
Don't be trying to talk that big dog.
Don't, you need to chill for this next 9 weeks, bro. For real.
But yeah, I think just that in general dates back, but just like you said, I remember when Facebook first came out and they was able to start recording shit. I remember that like 2009, 10-ish.
Oversharing of rip. Boom.
Yeah, cutting the daughter's ass because she doing this or cutting something out because he did that. But you uploading it, it don't do nothing. It's what is the embarrassment aspect doing?
I know, man. I know for me personally, it would be hard for me to even trust my parent again, like some shit like that going on some real shit. Like I really have a conversation with them boy, like even like later on in life, like I let them boy know like
that shit had affect you.
That shit made me feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. You ain't had. I mean, I respect the discipline aspect, but that's just like my mom told me this all the time growing up. We're going in this house, stay in this house. You know what I'm saying? Like all this other shit. Like I don't know, like when it became cool to like overshare like your family matters and shit like that, but. That shit never flew with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
It's just like your child gonna be rebellious.
Yeah, like that's
just like with the fair shit, right? Like I'm looking at this video and like you got to think about his mental at the time because like okay, all his friends are standing around.
I'm pretty sure you know a lot of people in that
getting
crowd.
his ass whooped. Like, do you not expect him not to fight back?
He's dragging
you get
his
what I'm
mama
saying?
back.
Like, and he restraining now. Like he doing his best. He doing his best to restrain. But then she started going blows on him, like punch him in the face and all that. So it got to a point where he starts swinging back, and they go to the ground like they tussling. Because at first, like I said, he restraining.
Right.
Because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It was times when I got my ass whooped and I'm trying to restrain.
Right.
So what you think he gonna do in a public setting?
Right.
You think he not going? Because then I see people down the thread talking about, oh, you shouldn't raise your hand. Nah. That shit go out the window when you in the moment.
You don't know what you're gonna do.
You don't know what you're gonna do in the moment.
You got a big ass
like if your mama firing off in your face in front of people, you're gonna fight back.
Yeah, big ass weird crowd. Niggas got their phones out. This
you're gonna fight back.
That shit just.
So then, how's that conversation gonna go going forward? When it comes to him, it's like, dog, like you beat me in front of people and you got like people recording this, like, and you think I wasn't gonna like go back at you, like you wilding,
big time.
Now you embarrassed. I would. She should be more embarrassed than he is. Just with how she handled that.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna happen, but yeah.
Because most of the times, if you in a situation, take him to the bathroom or something like that, or pull him to the side, like you wilding on your son in front of all these people, like this an MMA fight. Like that shit was crazy. That shit went from her taking off her belt, whipping him, to now she throwing punches.
And now she might go to jail.
Yeah, they don't think about that shit.
They talking about possibly like jail, like charges handing up behind that.
I mean, they are in public. You beating your child ass in public.
Yeah.
You some say y'all done went to the ground and tussling and everything. Nobody trying to break the shit up.
That's what I'm saying. That's another weird aspect to this shit. Like you
put the phones away, man.
I ain't seen this video, but I'm pretty sure you said it's a large crowd. So like, nobody had no common sense to be like, you know what? I don't want child protective services to get involved in this. Like, let me help this family out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's try to de-escalate this shit.
Yeah, it was only until the child took her to the ground.
Now
niggas want to try to break that shit up.
When he took it to the ground,
now niggas that comes before y'all was recording this shit.
Right.
Like that's just thing that we in a weird time right now, man. Like the shit like a Twilight Zone, man. Some real shit.
Like that shit. Thinking about, because even I know you as a parent and even as a kid, like going forward, you could just be thinking about some shit and that's gonna come across your head. It's gonna be cringeworthy for you. It's gonna be cringe. You're gonna be like, damn, like I shouldn't even have handled that shit like that. I could have went about that shit. Like
we all got things that, you know, and we all got things that we grew up, that we experienced, that we know for a fact that our child not gonna experience, you know. But shit like that, you just be like, that make you like have like real resentment. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's just like, you know. I don't know, man. Praise to that young man.
Yeah, dog. Like, if I saw some shit like that at the fair, bro, I couldn't sit back and just watch no shit like that.
You gotta.
Nah.
Like what happened to this whole village shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that should have been a village moment. You know what I'm saying? That shit should have been on some real like, you know, no, we're not letting this happen right now. Between both of y'all, like not even trying to one up her authority. Like this not the setting for that.
And it's a fair.
It's a fair, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody like, having a good time, like that ain't the place to do.
That ain't the place, like bro.
I know certain kids, they might get out of line at the fair because they might have wanted something or they want to do something, man. You know, but that's not. I'm not gonna do that.
That's too far.
No public setting.
Like y'all fighting, like y'all at blows with each other. Like that's nah.
There's certain ways to handle certain shit. Speaking of though, man, I've been so shitting at the fair yesterday, bro.
What's going on, man? Niggas saying you got a broke jumper, man. What's going on, bro?
Man, y'all know them rims is trash. niggas see my jumper. Niggas know what time it is, so I ain't getting that shit no energy. But
hey, I was saying folks was saying the bank is closed.
niggas was saying that, but you know it is what it is. But I posted it though. So ain't no thing. So I ain't worried about it. But y'all know them rims
eating that shit up.
Y'all know them rims is fugazi.
No, them rims is fugazi.
They push the shit in like 6 inches. Them rims is fugazi. But that one I hit on eventually.
You gotta have a dead eye.
The taller one, bro. Man, listen, bro. Like, I had want that damn Steve Nash jersey so bad, bro.
They had
a throwback one.
It was like a Michelin-esque.
Hell yeah.
They upped the ante on their gifts on their prizes.
So if you hit like 2 out of 4, you could get a jersey.
Right.
Nah, they had like different sizes, shit like that. Then they had Nike ones too.
What?
So you know, like the Jordan one that they just brought back, the NBA brought back, but the Nike and the pinstripe, they had the one out there.
Damn.
So like, man, you can get how many was it? You can get 8 basketballs for $10. So basically, you get 8 shots.
Right. So
I'm like, I know I'm gonna get 2 out of
8. Like that's easy money,
bruh.
For a jersey.
Man, listen, I couldn't hit one.
That's
now
why
this the higher ones now, but I'm hitting them. But it's like then the ball's extra bouncy, you know, and shit like that. Yeah. So it's like,
I mean, we all know, we know.
So I got to the point. I'm like, bro, I'm not spending no crazy money.
You damn near fucking buy a jersey before you win the jersey. You should have won the champs, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been shitting. I'm like, but you know it is what it is. But them rims do be on some.
No, them shit do. I just thought that was funny. Like I saw niggas on the TL, like that's one thing.
Yeah, because I had tweeted out. I'm like, damn, bro, I had want that fucking jersey, bro. But
one thing I'll say about the TL, bro, niggas is unforgiving, bro. Like niggas was saying the jumper broke.
I'm sitting there trying to. Look at that
trying
shit.
to gauge that motherfucker.
You see when I was on there, I took the basketball, I was like,
you gotta pick that bitch up like, hold on, man. Look at this bitch. Check the diameters of this motherfucking rim real quick.
Look at this rim. This rim, goddamn, that shit like a fucking oval. I'm like, all right, I see what we got going on here. But that's how they get their bread.
Yeah.
That's how they get their money. And
I mean, we all know that going into it, though.
We all know that going into it. But I was like, damn, I wanted that Steve Nash jersey, bro. The throwback when the Suns.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is, though. But overall, I had a good time, though.
Man, I don't think I'm going to catch that.
I know some people who got sick. This one girl told me she got sick because she was eating, like, she had the, what's the name of that shit? Let me see if I can find that shit.
Hey, why you finding that, man? I saw niggas, like, going crazy over some fried bologna sandwich out there. And I'm like, yo.
Yes, she had corn dog, Mexican mac and cheese, beer, fried bologna sandwich, sausage dog, and loaded fries.
That's why you sick.
Like, dog, you out of pocket.
You out of...
The most I had was a funnel cake.
Funnel cake or turkey
I'm
leg.
not mixing all that
other shit. You get
like
out of pocket.
They got Chinese food at the fair. I'm not fucking with that.
Out of pocket.
They got ribs at the fair. I'm not fucking with that.
Mike. I had some ribs at the fair.
Is it good?
Them shit was gas.
I'm not mixing that shit with no.
It was a booth.
Shit.
It was a booth called I think it was called Memphis Ribs or some shit like that. They had the turkey legs and they had ribs. I remember that shit because we bought both. Yeah, the ribs was official. I ain't even gonna lie. But everything else that you just said, like Mexican mac and cheese,
mixing all that shit together,
like
man?
That sounds crazy. Like you're not doing that in no fair. Like
fried Kool-Aid.
Like, whoa.
What is fried Kool-Aid? Like I see people talking about it, but
man, fried butter on a stick.
All right, so you just asking for health problems.
Like, it's already butter. Now you gonna fry that motherfucker?
You know who eats plain butter? Like who does that? That's weird. Like, who does that?
Mo, they had fried gummies.
Like it started from that fried Oreo shit a while back. Like,
they had fried gummy bears.
Niggas fried Twinkies. Niggas fried Snickers. Like niggas been frying all kind of shit. Niggas fried mac and cheese. Like I be seeing all kind of fried stuff.
Fried mac and cheese fire though. Right.
Nah.
It's fire. It's fire.
Drew, what else fries you had that you know?
Nah, I don't do all that crazy shit at the fair.
You had fair food this year?
Nah, I'm going tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
this is the last day.
This is the last day.
Yeah, so you already know closing time. They gotta get rid of all them turkey legs. $5 a pop. Yes, sir. Rack up.
Nah, I will say the funnel cake is good. That was my first time really having one. Because I ain't been to the fair in years.
All right.
Like years. I went in high school when we had to perform and Drumline had to perform. And I went, and then before then, probably like a kid, my mom took me. I remember that because my mom spent some crazy money on this one game trying to win me some shit.
Yeah.
My nigga, she had to be over there for about 40 minutes. No bullshit.
Sometimes niggas pride to getting away when it comes to the game.
Dog, my pride was about to get away with that basketball shit. Dog,
That's how they get you. They play on your emotions, man. They be like, oh, you gonna let this game beat you? Nah, nigga, hell no.
Nah. Alex had to look at me and she was like, nah, just walk away. Leave that shit alone.
It's okay.
Cause I already had won her prize for the small one.
Yeah.
But I had won this shit for myself. She's like, nah, just go ahead and leave that.
Yeah, you about to
Yeah,
jump out.
you look and you be like, damn, I done spent this much money on this shit.
You about to hop off that ledge for personal gain, dog.
For personal gain. Like, nah, I ain't fucking with that shit. That basketball shit had you tight, though.
Yeah, it will.
It will. It will. But other than that, though, like, I had a good time.
What game did you end up winning?
So I won the dart shit with the balloons. Mm-hmm. You had a certain amount to get a large, medium, and small prize. Got a large prize. I'm not fucking with that bottle ring shit. That's the most fugazi game ever at the fair. Nobody hits on the bottle, dog. I ain't never seen. I played the baseball one where you had to break a bottle with the baseball. I ain't hit one.
Damn.
And I think probably like the other game, like I would play the one with the water when you shoot in the water pistol and you raise your shit up to. I would play that, but you gotta wait on other people to play. The one where you got the little spinning shit, the little spinning metal shit, but you gotta keep your stick. It can't touch it while you get all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Then you got the one with the duck shit. I don't play that shit. That's one forget. And the other bottle one with the string. So you gotta try to keep the bottle up with the string. So you got the stick and they got the string on it, and you gotta try to like pick it up at a certain angle or some shit like that. Yeah, I don't. It's certain games I don't fuck with. Other shit I'll play. Like the darts, I'll do that. So I do that one. The baseball shit, but yeah, man, I ain't fucking with the high basketball shit no more.
I think the weirdest thing I did at the fair, I remember one year, I think I was in high school still, they had a booth and it was like the smallest lady alive.
Man, I spent money on that bullshit, man.
Yeah, me too.
I spent money on the lady with the snake
lady. Yeah,
the snake lady.
Snake lady, what was that?
So, dog, like they had the illustration is crazy now.
Like a half lady, half snake.
Yeah, on that bitch, it's the lady head sticking about the damn thing, and they got like a plastic snake body, like
it's a real lady
laying on the table.
It's a real lady, though?
Yeah, but her head sticking up, but the body ain't real. The snake body ain't real.
One year, this was like a really like small lady. Like this lady had to been like this big.
People told me about that shit.
No, like that lady really is that small. Like I don't know if she's still alive
real?
or not. No, when I walked in, I wasn't. This was before I started smoking, guys. Let me preface it with this. So I wasn't high or nothing like this. I was very sober, guys. I walked in. The lady was like this, like she was like, hey, like you know what I'm saying, like she was interactive and all. Like I was like, yo, what the fuck? I stood there for like 2 minutes, like. Yo, like what? Like I'm pretty sure if somebody like listening to this, they from Charleston, they've been to the state fair. If you guys went to this booth, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? I want to share experiences with you guys because that shit wild. That shit had me going crazy when I walked out that bitch, bro. I was like, yo, this lady had to been like. This lady had to have been like 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall, like at tops. Like she was like this tall, bro.
Real.
Like a grown ass lady.
Sitting on the chair.
She was standing up on like a little table, but it was like a little chair on the table too. Like I was like, yo, what the fuck? It was like a little rocking table. I was like, yo, what the fuck going on right now? I stood there. I was like, what? Like what the hell? She was just sitting there like I was like, what?
Yeah, I feel like I've seen her, but it was just kind of like. I just moved real fast because I felt weird.
Scared?
Yeah, like I just felt very weird. Because it was just like, for one, like y'all showcasing this lady like a fucking animal. It's like
she probably made good money, man.
I'm pretty sure of it, but she was just chilling. Like
she was chilling. Like she was chilling. When I walked in, she was like, "Hey," she was just like, you know. Then she was just sitting there, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
That shit's wild.
Let me get out here for this bitch like hop on my neck. Like,
y'all do rides when y'all go to like amusement parks or fairs?
No, not fairs.
I get motion sickness, so I don't do
too
many like crazy
the most ride I'll probably do is like the
I'll do water rides though.
The little skyline shit that go across everything. You can see everything. I do that. You know what I'm saying? But
you ain't living at all at the fair.
I don't trust none of them rides, bro. Like you gotta think they pick these shit up and pack them up. Like these shit not secure. Like I don't think they fully secure.
On this Final Destination.
Yeah, I don't trust none of that shit.
That ain't my reason. My reason I get like real bad motion sickness. Right. Like that's just me in general. It was like if I was to take something, but even I know certain shit I'm not fucking with. Like the one that spin and take you all.
Oh hell no!
I'm not.
I've been on that before.
I don't do the high. I remember when I went to SeaWorld in like 3rd grade and they had like I don't fuck with that. I'll fuck with water rides all day though.
Yeah, I dig water rides.
But the high roller coasters got the dip and all that.
Yeah, I'm not doing none of that. I did like the whole at the fair wise. I did like the little like the giant like bottle top shit, the little spinning shit when you get in there.
Yeah, you talking about Gravitron?
I
Yeah.
had to take one. I had to take one for the team, like when we went to Disney World, like in 07 with my sisters.
Yeah.
So like they wanted to get on one ride, but you had to have
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
So my grandfather couldn't do it because he got high blood pressure.
Yeah.
So he get on rides like that, they can like he be real messed up. So I had to get on one of the rides with them. Man, I was so messed up after that shit. So messed up. But you know,
I'm pretty sure when I take my daughter to an amusement park, I'm gonna have to. So I'll prepare myself for that. But it'll be an amusement park. I don't trust fair rides at all.
I know Drew fuck with all of them shit.
All right.
Yeah, it's just
I
the
do
top
all that
shotter,
shit.
man. He with the shits.
Hell yeah, boy. And I had a good ass time. I went to Scare Wins this year.
See, I do scare wind rides. Like I don't trust fair rides.
I got you. I mean, I like Ring of Fire at the fair.
Yeah, they pack them shit up. Them shit. They tonight midnight they packing them bitches up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even the people that work there look sketchy as hell. Like they all look like they're from Hills Have Eyes. Like it's
Word, bro.
they
I get on amusement rides that's like bolted to the ground and shit. Like I ain't fucking with no shit that got wheels on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
But I fuck with the Ring of Fire. Like I'm looking forward to that.
You do the drop too, huh?
No, I don't really do too many drops because I'll be too high. Like no, I'm not trying. No, not doing that shit. No, that they talking about the pin drop when that shit take you up and it just drop straight down.
yeah, you talking about that?
Okay, yeah, nah.
I'd actually do those though. I'd fuck with those.
See, nah, cause my stomach be in my face,
Like
bro.
niggas, I see
Dang, bro,
niggas
I don't
getting.
fuck with shit
I see
like that,
niggas
bro.
do the whole like slingshot shit when they get into like the big ball and let the big shit just like
fling
boing.
your ass.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with none of
Nah,
that.
I'm not doing that.
They got
shit.
that at Carowinds.
That shit'll pop and your ass be in damn Atlanta. Shit send your ass to Atlanta real quick.
That shit, bro.
Your ass be in the air just thinking about shit. Like damn,
Man, I be
bro.
paranoid. I didn't watch too many movies and shows and all that crazy.
Yeah,
like,
man.
The bungee shit, I'm not a fan of.
I ain't
Bro.
fucking
I don't
with
fuck
that
with
bungee
bungee
shit, bro.
shit.
Nah, bro. It might be, that shit might pop on me. So I ain't fucking with it at all. No, sir.
I feel you,
Are
man.
you dumb? No, I'm not fucking with that shit.
Nope. Next ride, please.
Nah,
What's next, man?
yeah, I fuck with the fair though, man.
Yeah, what we got next, man? It wasn't as cold as I thought it was gonna be either out there, but
You went daytime, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it ain't really been getting cold till nighttime. It was 45 degrees last night.
It been brick last night, boy.
Real break.
So,
Gotta give me another coat.
We got Rodney Reed. We got a petition going around for him so he doesn't get executed. I think that's within the next week and a half or so. I seen a lot. They had get like 1.5 million signatures for him so far. I think they need 2 million.
Need
Or they're
2
trying to
million?
get 2 million.
I hope they get it.
I sent the link out to a lot of people. Hopefully, we can get that. So he's getting executed for a crime that he actually didn't commit, and he's scheduled.
I read somewhere they were saying like, even like a lot of the cops were even saying like he ain't really had nothing to do with this shit. Like it's just a faulty case.
Yeah, the goal is the petition to have 3 million signatures by November 19th. Yeah. So they're trying to get the legislature of Texas to review it, get it done. So he been locked up since 90.
He been locked up for a minute.
96,
Yeah, he
97?
been locked up for a minute.
Yeah.
I think niggas was born in 95, 96.
Yeah, that's a very long
Niggas
time.
like in the NFL and shit born in 95, 96 and shit. So
Yeah, it'll be 25, 26, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully, I hope we can get a W on this one,
Yeah.
man. Because we take it, we take a lot of L's, man. Within the
I saw
within the
another.
justice
I
system.
saw where the young lady who got shot in her house in Texas. What's her name? I don't want to get her name wrong, so I don't want to, put the wrong name out. But her father died last night too.
I heard about that. Antoine, I think her name is Antoinette. I'm not.
Nah,
too
I
sure.
don't. Yeah. I think we talked about it on the show when it happened and all too. But yeah, that's just weird. This remind me of the whole.
He probably died from being heartbroken.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shit, real, man.
Yeah. So Rodney Reed. Let me see. He got evidence in this case that proved that he was. Rodney Reed was convicted and sentenced to die in 1998 for the rape and murder of 19-year-old Stacy Stites 2 years earlier, on April 23rd, 1996. Sykes was found dead, her body dumped on the side of a country road outside of Bastrop, a small town roughly a half hour east of Austin, Texas. She was partially clothed and lying face up, her arms above her head, marks on her neck. Sperm was collected from inside of her. The murder went unsolved for nearly a year before law enforcement officers apparently acted on a hunch, tested the recovered DNA against 29-year-old Reed, and matched it and formed the basis of the prosecution's case. No other evidence tying the Reed to the murder. The DNA was a Cinderella slipper, prosecutors argued at trial. When he initially was questioned by police, Reed denied knowing Stites, but soon admitted to having an affair with her, which would explain the presence of his DNA. The two had sex just days before Stites was found dead, he said.
That's wild.
So they basically tried to pin it on, since he was with her last, they can't find nobody else. And they probably intimidated him to even, The games they play.
Yeah, man, it's sad, unfortunate. But they basically put him on the... With that, he kind of was... That was enough for them to ring him up on that. That's unfortunate, but I hope...
Hey, man, that's why they always say, man, don't tell these motherfuckers nothing. Like, they'll use anything and everything against you, bro. Don't tell them nothing till you have...
Your lawyer present.
A lawyer present or a lawyer's advice. Don't tell them nothing. Period. Don't say shit. Because granted, whether he didn't say nothing, they would have had to let him go based off, lack of information. Like they don't got no information to go off. You know what I'm saying? They had to let him go eventually. But unfortunately, I'm not blaming him for this because he probably was like, damn, like I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to help the situation off anything. So
yeah, hopefully they get those signatures. Shout out to Kim Kardashian too, because she was the one who like shed light to it. Because that's how I heard about it. So. That's good that she really using her platform for the benefit of our people. So, credit to her for that. And hopefully Rodney Reed can get off on that and actually go home, man. Yeah. Like if you innocent, then he shouldn't be in jail, period.
This man been in jail 20 plus years. Like, come on, man.
98? Yeah, that's 21.
That's crazy. Like for real. So, much praise to him, much power to him, man.
Yeah. Definitely, for sure. And with tech, how crazy Texas is with they law, especially like when it comes to us. Yeah. So
they hanging and banging down there. They gonna knock your head off for real.
So what we got next? Oh, so we also had another crazy story. So this black man in Conway, South Carolina, this white man, restaurant owner, had this black man basically enslaved for... I don't know how many years it was, but basically made this man work for over 100 hours a week with no pay and would beat him when he messed up and shit like that. So he got a white restaurant manager was sentenced to 10 years for enslaving and beating a black man. A white South Carolina restaurant manager has been sentenced to 10 years of prison for enslaving a black worker with intellectual disability for 5 years, forcing him to work more than 100 hours a week without pay and frequently beating him with a belt, the Justice Department said Thursday. On one occasion, according to the Department of Justice, Bobby Paul Edwards, the manager of J&J Cafeteria in Conway, South Carolina, dipped metal tongs in the hot grease and burned the victim's neck for failing to deliver fried chicken to the buffet quickly. Edwards yelled at the victim and used racial slurs to belittle and demean him. And in addition to the prison sentence, Edwards was required to pay the worker, John Christopher Smith, more than $500K in damages, including $272,000 in back pay he never received.
Hold on, so
sick shit, man.
So he only getting 10 years?
10 years.
I hope he like, out with everybody else, not like on some privacy type shit. Like he deserved every fade that come his way. Like
especially with a mental illness, man.
I figured that too. Like when you initially brought, I was like, this dude gotta be
that shit just
special needs in some type of way.
So crazy bad, thing is, the man started working as a dishwasher back in 1990 at the age of 12. So this man's in his 40s now, and he's been enslaved that long. That shit is disgusting.
That is super disgusting. I didn't know it was that long. That's wicked, man. Damn, that's wicked. That's disgusting, bro. That's 10 years for that shit.
That's wild. Hopefully he don't even get through that whole sentence. So, yeah, like that's crazy to me. But
dog, I remember this one dude used to have come through Foot Locker, and he had a disability. We used to call him Unc, but R.I.P. my brother Marcus. Marcus didn't like who he was dealing with at the time.
Care handlers or something.
So he used to get money to like this priest or whatever, some shit like that, and Marcus didn't like that shit. Cause he's always coming there, and you know he already disabled, but he used to tell him about all the things he used to tell him and shit like that. And Marcus did not like that shit. And I used to see him all the time. He used to come in the Foot Locker, and I used to be like, damn, like it be people out there really be taking advantage of him, because he used to get a check every month, but he would give his check,
the whole check,
to the priest dude. And every time I used to see him, I used to just shake my head and shit, and it'd be like, it be people out here be taking advantage of people like that, like. Shit just sad, man.
Now that's the type of shit, like, cause you know, like I'm back and forth on that whole karma thing, but that's the type of shit like, I be wanting the worst shit to happen to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you taking advantage of people
with a mental
like,
disorder.
Yeah, like they, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit just, that's not right, man. It's just not at all.
Yeah, man. But 10 years is once again.
That's
get off to me.
That's like a slap on the wrist, like for the magnitude
for some shit like that.
Yeah, like,
you said 1990, Drew?
Yeah, from 1990.
For like the magnitude of that shit, like he should be in jail for life.
Yeah, the man was working from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday without a day off and without pay. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Ain't none of the coworkers.
And to be honest with you, the payout that he got ain't shit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be millions.
Yeah, that shit should be millions. Not no $500K.
Shit is disgusting, man. That is disgusting. And you know what's crazy, because people still have this slave mentality, and I honestly, like, I need y'all help on this one, because I don't know how to feel. All I could do was really laugh at this shit. But I was at I think Audi or some shit like that, it's a grocery store in Mount Pleasant. Mm-hmm. And a lady asked to hold my shopping cart or whatever. I mean, I was loading up my car. And she was like, oh, thank you. And like gave me a quarter. I was like...
Don't those carts cost a quarter though at Audi?
Nigga, I just grabbed the cart. No, I don't think so. That's what but I don't know if she was trying to be like funny with this shit, like handing me a quarter, because back in the day it's like a nickel or a penny was like, oh, thank you. I go get a bubble gum or some fucking shit. Why? I don't need a quarter. I said, ma'am,
Darky, here's a quarter.
Yeah, I don't need a fucking quarter, ma'am. Like I just don't. Like here's a fucking buggy. Like you can have the buggy.
It's a lot of plantation politics and mentalities around here.
I think she was trying to be funny. I think she was trying to be like, here, nigga, here's a quarter. Like, go get a piece of bubble gum or something. Like, that's how I honestly took it. But I just laughed at that shit, because people ask for a shopping cart all the time, and they don't give no money for it. It's like, I don't work here. So why are you giving me a service? Like, I helped you to your car or something. Like, nah, I'm good on that.
Yeah, when I used to work at Piggly Wiggly, they used to tip you if you, like, help them to their car and shit like that.
Yeah,
but that shit you talk about, that's crazy.
Yeah,
a quarter?
Crazy. Right, like here, nigga, flick a quarter.
Quarter is crazy. I received like a few dollars here and there, but that quarter shit, that's kind of.
It was a white lady, Drew.
Yeah, old white lady, like a old, and because
she knows she was doing.
Yeah, and then I'm in Mount Pleasant also on top of that, so it's just like I know what type time you on, man.
Yeah, I don't even be wanting to be firing off on them. Like, I went to the UPS store to drop some shit, and they had another old white. This lady had to be in her 70s, 80s. And she just had a real, like, you already know what type. I could have just feel her body language is off when I was at the counter, because she was like quick talking me and like, just basically trying to like rush me out the place. I'm like, all right, man, like, yeah, do you have this? Or okay, well, you're gonna have to. I'd be like, I already got that. Like, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? Like, she kind of came at me like I didn't know what I was doing type shit.
Right.
And on top of that, trying to like rush me, but it's like, I get it. Like, you grew up at peak of racism, so I understand it.
But we not on them times no more.
Yeah, we ain't on those times.
We're not on those times no more, man.
I would gladly curse an old white lady out.
I mean, it's
you
all
about
good.
to die soon anyway.
Her time is almost up anyway, so it really really didn't bother
No,
me.
you still gonna feel this pain. You still gonna feel these bars for the ones who didn't speak up. So you come across me with that.
All I could do honestly was laugh because and it took a while for me to process like what really just happened. Did she really just try to give me a quarter? Like,
I never really. That's another question. I really had no overtly like racist shit happen to me where I had to like really think about like what's going on. Like so like I be wanting to ask niggas like when shit like that happen like is it really like a moment of reflection? Like he's like, damn, this shit just happened. Like
so I remember one time I was at a gas station. This was probably 2012, 13. I pulled into the gas station, and so this white lady, she was like, "Hey, you need to watch where you going at. You almost hit that child or whatever. No child in sight at all. No child in sight at all." And she like just going off. I'm like, so at first I'm like, okay, like I don't know what you talking about. But then she's like, she's still going. So now I know what time it is.
Yeah.
She's just trying to get a reaction. She cursing and all that. I'm like, first of all, you don't know me. Number one. Number two, you need to just go ahead and pump your gas. And
watch your fucking mouth.
She had to be like 30, 35 years old. And exactly, I said, you need to watch your mouth too.
You need to watch your
because
fucking mouth, bitch.
you don't know who you talking to, and you don't know me. So she's still going off and all that. This and the third going. So then, like, she go about her business. So the black lady, she's on the other side of my pump. This black lady, she's like, hey, she's like, I appreciated the way that you handled that because she was just looking for a reaction. And we don't need no more of our black brothers getting in trouble or getting killed over some a racist trying to get a reaction out of you. So, like, that could be, like, the only time I could say. I remember I got pulled over on my way to work. 8 cops pulled up on me. I got pulled over by one cop. I got pulled over by one cop.
That backup started falling.
The backups came, and I didn't realize it till I pulled off.
Yeah.
There was 8 police cars behind me by the time I pulled off because they said I turned on a red light. And this is early in the morning. I was on my way to FedEx. I turned on a red light without completely stopping.
Right.
That's what they pulled me over for. I got a ticket, but it was just the energy behind it. It was like, damn, like y'all pulled up this many cop cars for me? Like, come on, dog. Then another time, I was dropping this chick off from a date. They told me that my light for the license plate was out. That's what they pulled me over for.
All right.
Talking about, oh yeah, it's supposed to be visible from like more than 100 feet or something. Some bullshit that they made up. Made me get out the car. Make sure I had nothing on me, shit like that. They ain't searched my car or nothing, but like, yeah, those are a couple of times.
This was the Charger days?
Charger days, yep.
Oh, yeah, that's why they got your ass.
That was the Charger days.
That's why they got your ass.
That shit was great. That was like 2012 now, fresh. I had just got that shit. So it was like, when like summertime, it's like typical a lot of, like you see on the TL where people be like, yeah, I be wanting it. But it's like, when you see who it is and like what type of time they on, it's kind of like, it's like you laugh at that shit,
right?
But you let them know what time it is. But it's like you don't have to get to that. It's like to the point where you don't really have to take it there unless they physically get there.
Right.
With you.
I think that's the only way like I really like go to blows. Like if I saw something like a racist like disrespecting a black woman or like just a woman period, like just disrespecting like towards that or like trying to be physical towards me. Other than that, I'm gonna clown you. I'm gonna clown your crack ass.
Like, yeah, it's like, dog, you're not really trying to go there.
Honestly, you just need to get the fuck from by me, like, on some real shit, like, please.
Yeah. Well, other than that, it's like they don't be wanting. It's been times where I seem like they back down because like I responded to them and the energy I'm giving them is like they don't really be trying to go there with them.
No, they know who like
when you
talk to them, they'll know. Like, all right, I ain't even going. I know this for a fact. This nigga beat my ass, so let me go on somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know, in the South, man, we deal with a lot of racism on the daily, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, we really do.
Bro, I would never move to Alabama or Mississippi.
Yeah,
I would never. Like a
just
lot of people,
the history, like
a lot of them don't know. Like parts of them states are still segregated.
Yeah,
till this day. Like only black kids go to certain high school and
it's just not like on no we segregated, but they know what time it is. They know what time it is there.
Mm-hmm. I would not move to North Alabama, Mississippi, but the South overall in general, we deal with that shit a lot worse than up north. I mean, that's just like it's just how it is.
Man, I want to talk about that because, like, you know, like the consensus I get from a lot of South people is they try to, I mean, from a lot of Northerners, they try to make it seem like we just be taking racism on the chin and like not doing nothing about it.
No, it's not that.
But real talk though, like they be letting like Hispanics and shit say nigga around them all the time. So it's like, who really taking this shit on the chin every day? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get it. Like. No, like real talk, like you know what I'm saying. Like, y'all be around all these Dominican niggas and shit. They be talking down on black people, but y'all let them say nigga around y'all every day.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful with that too, Mo, because they say they black too.
Man, but a lot of them don't claim black.
No, they don't claim
A
it.
lot
but
of
they
them-
are
That's the
black.
issue I have.
That's what I'm
with
saying.
it.
A lot of them don't
And
claim black.
I'm glad Mo said
Like,
that because a lot of them don't claim it, but then they'll spew the word.
A lot of the Puerto
crazy.
Ricans, like a lot of the Hispanic people that be talking down on
I'm
black
mixed.
people.
I'm mixed. I ain't black. I'm mixed.
Yeah, but nigga, you're black. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let them say nigga around y'all all day. Oh, it's different up here. We a melting pot. I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's cap.
It look like y'all taking that shit more than us.
They use it when it's convenient, but then you don't claim it. Because
Yeah.
I grew up when I used to go through high school, middle school, and shit like that. It was a lot of them like that. Oh, I'm mixed. I'm mixed.
What your ID say? What your ID say?
But you'll say nigga all day. So which is it?
Which is it?
Everybody want to be a nigga till it's time
Tell
to
us,
be a nigga.
what your ID say? What your license say? What you identify when you apply to these jobs?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that shit, bro. I hate that shit. I hate the ones who don't claim it but want to use it when it's beneficial. Like, nah,
And that's what I'm
that
saying.
shit
Like
whack.
for the most part, like I don't like people who not black that be around me. Like they don't even say that shit around me. Like if they do say, I would never know.
Mhm.
But it's like I be wanting to ask. Like, you know, I be having conversations with Northern people and they be like, I don't know how y'all be dealing with that shit down there. And I be like, bro, I don't know how the fuck y'all deal with that shit up there. I really don't, because I don't deal with that shit down here.
I really don't deal with that.
And I don't know, like, you know what I'm trying to say?
No, I feel you. I get exactly what you're saying. It's just like, man, like I'm just not a fan of the people who choose to be black when it's like
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez. Like she one of the ones like in the celebrity light. She used to do that shit.
Yeah.
Like she used that shit to her benefit to boost her career and then separated from that shit.
I told
But a
you
lot of
niggas
people
when
don't
I
talk
need
about
business.
a lot of people don't talk about that shit when it come to her, bruh. Like she didn't do that. She did not do that. She never claimed that shit until it was signed to be beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was, oh, I'm Jenny from the block and all kind of shit.
When them shots let off in that club that night,
I was separated from Diddy
you ain't
ASAP.
want nothing to do with the black culture then.
Yeah, dog. Like, nah. Mm-mm.
You down or you not, man? You know what I'm saying?
shit
This shit in a
funny.
costume.
And I saw that clip of Matt Barnes when he was talking about it on a podcast when he was talking about how
He's black
there was
and
a
Italian.
time when he was younger, he used to always say that he was mixed. I was mixed and mixed. And he was like, it didn't strike him until a dude in his high school had spit on his sister and called her a nigga and shit like that. And, you know, typical, you know, he beat the dude ass, shit like that. But he was
He
like,
realized what time it was.
yeah, he's like, I'm proud to say that.
I'm
like,
black.
Yeah, I'm
and he black and Italian.
He's like, I don't say it. He's like, I don't say that I'm mixed. He said, I say I'm black. A lot of people don't think that I am, but I am. And
I always saw Matt Barnes as a black dude. Honestly,
to be honest with you, I thought he was Hispanic.
I always thought he was. Yeah, I thought he was like a one of the Hispanics that claimed to be black.
But
They
then I saw
claim
like
black.
his parents' pictures.
Yeah, he black.
Yeah, he 100% black. Cause his daddy, all the way like, and then his mom is what, Italian?
Yeah, his mom Italian.
His mom Italian. Okay. Man. He might be from Staten Island now that I think about it. No, he might be, bro, because they run that area.
Mike sent me that picture. Mike sent me that video. I was like, someone show this to Logic, please.
Hey man, Logic got to pick. Dog,
This
listen.
whole Timmy toe on the racial lines, like, come on, bro. Like
And
you,
that's what
you said your mom called you a nigger growing up, bro. I think that should be the nail in the
Like,
coffin, bro.
you
Like,
need to stop that
like,
shit.
cut
bro.
that
Like,
shit
you a
out,
black
bro.
man. You seen his pops?
yeah, like cut the bullshit, bro. Cut it out. You want us to feel sympathy for you because your mom called you a nigger growing up. Then you won't be like, oh, I still love her and all that other shit. Like,
And I think it's because of how he looked. Because I ain't even gonna lie to you. When I first saw Logic,
He look
I thought
a
he
white
was straight
dude.
up white boy, 100%. But
that's Yes Jules' brother.
that nigga loves saying that Yes Jules shit.
That's
That
Yes.
should be hilarious. Mo be like, I was saying Yes Jules because she looked like Logic.
She looked like Logic, bro. Like I don't see how niggas be beasting over that. I see Yes Jules was in Jamaica the other day or whatever. She's on some island.
The ass is
she
fat,
got
bro.
the braids in her head and shit now. She got the messy knots that all the women doing now. Cut that shit out.
I feel you. But yeah, Logic, he gotta pick a side.
I feel you. No, he do need to pick a side though, like for real, like.
Because I don't understand, and we talked about this before. I understand how you and J. Cole had the exact same lineup when it comes to like your mom is white, your daddy black, and J. Cole is what he know his side.
He know he a nigga, bro.
But with you be toting this fucking line.
And but the thing is, like J. Cole, like he still love his mom, like to death. He ain't know, you know, but he know he black. Like you know what I'm saying, like.
And then your mom grew up calling you, and I remember
your mom was calling you a nigger growing up, bro.
I think we had Mez on the show. I asked him about that, like. If your mom was white, but she was calling you a nigga, like, how would you address that shit?
There's nothing to address. Like, I'm just not fucking with you no more. Like
yeah, because you out of pocket.
You out of pocket, bro.
But I think I had asked. I wasn't sure. Like, do they feel comfortable now that they have a black child that they can use that word? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like there's some white mothers out there who
it's gotta be some
might
deep rooted
that shit?
It's like some deep rooted like hate shit because it's like they probably was already using this shit before. And
I feel like if you say that shit to your child,
it's like some fetish shit. Now you got a black child, you can like just treat however you want to treat. Like that's how I look at it. I might be wrong, but the shit just weird to me. Like you know, you wait till you have a child to want to abuse your child with that word. Like that's so weird. Like
Logic out of pocket, man. Logic out of pocket.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
what people be talking about his fucking music. Like,
yeah,
bro, like
I can't get with niggas like this one. Like you just sent me the Matt Barnes shit. Matt Barnes know what time it is. J. Cole know what time it is. Yeah. Like there's examples of niggas that know what time it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But
like
with you told
you want us to tote the line. Then
and
you
want us to
feel bad about this shit. Like I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. Like
I can't sympathize with that shit.
Yeah,
because you're a black man.
You're a black man, bro. Like put your fucking foot down, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That shit is just so. That shit is wild, dog.
He ain't want to do this shit because he know who buys fucking records the most. Let's just keep it a buck here. He know who support him the most. So.
Oh yeah.
So like, let's just keep it a buck here.
But on the flip side, it's like just like with J. Cole, we all know who his fan core base is,
right?
But it was never J. Cole never came out the gates toting the line of.
No, I'm black. You know what I'm saying? I never had to question that.
Never had to question.
I don't even think I knew he was mixed until.
I didn't know he was mixed until probably like his third album.
Yeah,
maybe?
Exactly. That was never like that. That was never the root of his content.
Never the root of his content. So, with Logic, he made it the root of his content. So I'm like,
look at me, I'm mixed.
I went through this, like nigga.
Get the fuck on, man.
Come on, man. Because I really started getting weird. Logic when I heard him using the N-word. I'm like, hold on.
You thought he was a white
boy out here just using the N-word all crazy in his music. And then somebody told me like, nah, he's black. His dad's black. I'm like, oh, okay. Real shit, because if you don't know, if you look at Logic, you think he's a white boy.
He look like he do taxes for one.
Fact.
So like if I saw niggas saying the N-word,
I listen to his album and he just using the N-word, nigga. I'm like, hold on now. What we got going on here? But he's a black dude. But then on top of that, you don't claim it. Like, come on, man. Like, Logic need to stop that shit. Stop toting the racial lines, man.
And that's watch.
That's why Buddy me going in on his ass so bad too.
I fuck with Buddy for that. But what he say? Buddy's like one of the worst rappers. Like, period. Yeah. Like, I salute the Joe Buttons, man.
But some of the reason why I used to go on him was because of that shit. Be like, hey, bro, stop rapping about that. You going on? Nah.
Hey, come on, man.
You black at the end of the day.
When
Logic gets arrested, they're not putting.
Yeah, you're black.
You're black.
Disown your racist ass mother. Let her, rot what she supposed to rot at, and be a black man, bro. Come on, dog. Like, this is you have a racist mom. Like, come on, bro. Cut the bullshit, bro.
That shit wild, man. That shit wild. But what else we got, man? That's about it.
We got some sports shit went down yesterday. Alabama lost.
Bama lost.
What do you think? What do you think
they
that
came
does?
Out with the college poll, the college football playoff poll last week.
Because I thought they should have on Clemson. Honestly, didn't Clemson beat all these niggas that they got ahead of them?
The SEC shit is getting so
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man.
I'm tired of the SEC bias shit.
This whole the whole college breakdown has been trash for a long time, a very long time, and I just don't understand it. When they this whole BCS polls and all this other shit, then y'all went to.
Well, they got rid of BCS because of the same shit you talking about, but
right,
now it's worse.
It's worse now. It's worse. So now we only got
the resume is they holding Clemson the same way they hold us in 2014 when they first did it.
Right.
So like we the undefeated champs. We come in. Yeah, we had some close games. You know how hard it is to repeat as college football champions.
It's damn hard.
It's hard. Like Miami tried to do it. They got hold by Ohio State in the national championship game. So it's like, my opinion, if you bringing back your starting quarterback, a lot of your offensive, they lost some people on defense. You should stay number one until you lose. Point blank. Period. They be like, oh, you shouldn't reward it.
Well, they had them at 5.
I'm not saying that got to be the whole reason, but my nigga, like,
y'all had them at 5. What was it, 5 or 6 or something?
We cut the same team that y'all got ranked ahead of us. Alabama, they beat Alabama by like 30
They dominated them.
Come on, man.
They dominated them, and then Alabama just lost.
Then
so
you put Penn State at 4. They just lost to Minnesota.
That's what I'm saying. These teams are dropping like flies. So like, what do we do now?
Hey man, Bama defense damn sure. I ain't see Bama defense be this bad since Saban been there. Probably since his first year. That defense is ass, and that secondary is a problem.
I mean,
the same secondary that got lit up in the national championship game got lit up again yesterday. You know why? Because they played a real fucking team.
A real team. Shout out to LSU, man. But I don't know, man. Like this, I feel like college. I feel they'll never get this shit right. Let me see. I think it's too much money. It's too much money, and it's too much. How you say it, man? It's just too important, man. Like this, too important to be fucking up like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even a Clemson fan, but when I saw it, I was like, that's ridiculous. Like they are better than these teams ahead of them. Like, they definitely are better than Penn State. They dominated Alabama. Who else they had ahead of them?
Ohio State. But I can understand Ohio State.
I can understand Ohio State. And then it was who else? That was it.
Just some 3. Alabama, LSU, Ohio State was ahead of Clemson. And Penn State. Penn State just lost.
Okay, so I'm like, yo, come on, man. Like, come on. Cut it out, man. Just cut it out.
That shit is wicked. But now Clemson definitely going to be ranked up there now.
Yeah,
and that's how it should have been. Like the Penn State shit and Ohio State better not sleep on Minnesota. They undefeated.
Yeah,
and
Minnesota ain't got no holes.
They probably gonna go to the Big Ten championship. Don't sleep on them.
Yeah.
Ohio State been blowing out everybody as they should. That looks good for their resume, and that's what college football. I get it. You got to kind of blow out your competition and shit like that. But with Clemson is like, I'm not gonna punish them boys for a 1-point win over North Carolina. I'm not gonna do that. Them boys should at least be ranked 1 or 2. But now I know who is going to be ranked number 1. That's going to be LSU, and they deserve it. Mm-hmm. You go on the road, you beat Bama, but guess what? Bama's still going to get in the playoff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Bama.
You know why? Had they got blown out by LSU,
if the score stayed 33-13 the whole way through, then they would have been out.
But now that they put up a fight and they came back, man,
it's a quality loss still. Kind of.
The only way Bama doesn't get in the playoff is if Georgia beats LSU in the SEC championship, because LSU will still be in.
Yeah,
because their biggest win would be on the road at Bama. But if Georgia beats LSU, Bama done. But now if LSU wins the SEC championship, Bama sneak their way back in, just like previous years.
Yeah,
2017 when they beat Georgia, they had lost to who they lost to. They lost to Auburn, I think, and then they still got in the playoffs. So. It's a lot of SEC buy. To me, they need to expand the playoffs to 6 or 8.
I say 12, man. Well, I would rock with 8. I would respect 8 more than this.
I do 6 how they do the NFL, like with the AFC, NFC.
Yeah, all right.
6 teams make the playoffs in each conference. Do 6. Have 2 that's a bye or something like that. And I'm a fan of 8.
Like this 4 shit, it just leaves too much room for fuck ups, man. And then
that's what I'm saying. And then y'all always be making up these. Like I be seeing people talk about how
you got
who they play. Alabama's best win was Duke.
That's what I'm saying.
And they scheduled them motherfuckers.
So like I'm saying, what's the criteria now? You know what I'm saying? Are we moving the goalposts for certain programs? That's why I'm like, come on, man. Like cut the bullshit out, man. College basketball just started.
Yeah, Cole Anthony came out the gate, set a record.
How much he dropped?
34, most for a debut as a freshman. But I feel like we need to get some more scoring help outside of him for us to be like real legitimate contenders. But I like the way we coming out so far. Duke won, didn't they? Y'all beat Michigan State?
Yep. Yeah, they did. That was a good game.
They was ranked what, 2 and 3 or 1 and 2?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So yeah.
That Stanley kid y'all got, he looked good. He looked
Cassius.
Yeah, Cassius Stanley, he looked good.
Yes, he does.
Trey Jones led in scoring, so I'm a little skeptical. Trey Jones can't be leading Duke in scoring and be taken serious. That's just my opinion.
Is that
Titus brother.
Is it like 3 of them or something like that?
Yeah.
Because he was going to declare for the draft, and they was like, hold on, bro, hold on.
You're
Not
like
yet,
that.
my guy. Not yet.
Nah, bro, bring your ass back to school.
So what, they got like a Duke family plan or something?
I mean, the Plumleys were the same. Mason Plumlee and
They
all
were
that.
together though, right?
Yeah. I mean, eventually, but it's 3 of them, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is 3 of them.
Coach K said, "Fuck, I'm gonna get the whole DNA tree."
Hey, it works for me.
I hope it do.
Salud.
All right, Drew, man.
Are y'all ranked this year?
No. We'll be ranked when Kobe come coach us, bro.
Speaking of, Florida State finally got rid of Willie Taggart, and there's rumblings of Deion Sanders possibly being the head coach. I would love to see it.
The right thing to do is to let Deion come
Now,
coach y'all.
I'm not a fan of former players being coaches, but with Deion, I feel like it would boost our recruiting. I would need him to take the coaching staff seriously, though. I would need him to get in a real good coaching staff. We're going to get the recruits. I'm not worried about that.
I don't think Deion gonna play around like that.
But I would like to see it happen, man, because the Florida State standard has not been lived up to the last 3 years. We should at least be contending. I'm not naive to say we should be winning a championship every year. We should be on some Bama shit.
You feel like I feel.
Yeah, just like Miami. Miami was like that in the 80s, the 90s, early 2000s. That should be the standard. At least contending.
Yeah,
It should be no 4 or 5 losses
Yeah.
on the schedule shit going on.
Not
it
at
should be
all.
1, 2, barely 2.
Barely
One.
two. Barely
Yeah.
two.
It should be 1.
Barely 2.
Yeah.
We should be upholding the standard of the program.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I want from Miami. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want.
Good
You know what I'm
team.
saying? Like we don't have to win a national title every year.
No.
We better be upholding this shit to how it's supposed to be though. That's all I be wanting.
You can't be mad at that. Because what Bama fan is mad right now? You can't be mad.
They spoiled.
Y'all compete every year. You know you're gonna you're in the conversation. So that's what Florida State should be, in the conversation. Every fucking season.
I can't argue.
And Willie Taggart, man, I don't give a fuck. People can say, "Oh, he got his $17 million. Oh, it seemed like he won." Yeah, you do that. Get the fuck out of Florida State. Because for one, nigga, you should not have your team unprepared, especially hydration wise. Oh, some of our players were dehydrated. Nigga, what?
How did it even sound as a coach saying that?
In Florida. You stay there 365. Your players going to the game dehydrated, my nigga? You got me fucked up. Nah, dog, we not doing that. So Willie had to go. And I wasn't a fan of that hire anyway. Mo would tell y'all, like, I really didn't like the Willie Taggart hiring when he came from Oregon. I wasn't a fan of him bringing that system there, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I was done with him the first season. So hopefully we could get Deion in there. I see he getting a lot of support from Luke, LeBron, Lil Wayne want to see it happen. Yeah, man, recruiting would definitely be bolstered if we get Deion in there. So we'll see what that happens. But as far as college football, man, I think I got LSU and Clemson probably being in the championship.
That's the way it's set up right now.
LSU and Clemson, I can rock with that. That'll be a good game too.
I'm interested to see because they wouldn't match up in the first round of playoffs, obviously.
I can get with that.
So Ohio State got approved to me. Steve always be talking about
I wouldn't argue Ohio State
shit.
neither. They a legit team too.
I got to see them do it, though. I'm not going to
I wouldn't argue that neither. I wouldn't
gotta
argue
see them
that.
do it. I'm not a fan of their coach neither. I just feel like he coming off of the heels of Urban Meyer, so I really need to see what he get busy with
Then you
when
think
it's time
he
to
on-
get down.
He on a Steve Kerr shit?
Yeah, exactly.
He in a house that's already built.
Come on, man. A house that's already built, bro. I gotta see you. Them all urban guys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I gotta see what you do. Post when them guys get up out of there and when shit get thick. So we'll see that when it come playoff time. I'm not saying Ohio State don't have a chance. They have a great team, but I just gotta see it. They got Justin Fields, who was at Georgia, who transferred to Ohio State.
Yeah.
He doing his thing there. So we'll see, man. It's time to get down.
Alrighty, guys. Y'all got any more sports takes for us, man? NFL today?
Got Green Bay today. So niggas is already on my neck about this Green Bay shit. I'm like, man, honestly, I don't give a fuck if we win or lose. We're going to the playoffs. We're finishing no worse than 11-5. Niggas looking further down my schedule to be like, well, you're gonna lose to the Saints twice. I'm like,
oh, you getting how I've been getting it since we lost.
Listen, I don't give a fuck if we lose to the Packers. Like, we're going to the playoffs.
Who say y'all gonna lose though? Like, it's a good chance y'all defense keep y'all in the game. Like, who to say
we lead
that?
the league in sacks and niggas act
That's
like.
what I'm saying.
But
like,
it's the 51 point law. 51
it's
point
the 51.
game.
I get it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, the 49ers game, they ran a lot of misdirection and shit. They did a lot.
They caught us off guard.
They caught y'all off guard. You know what I'm saying? They caught y'all off guard.
And we struggle like
Green Bay don't run like that. They don't even.
So like we struggle with screenplays.
Yeah.
We struggle with a lot of that zone running scheme shit, but I think we cleaned it up a little bit. I mean, you can only shit like that is just be disciplined within your gaps. Shit like that you can fix. Now, when it comes down to talent, you can't fix talent. You either got it or you don't.
Right.
I have the talent to fix the issues that we have. So a lot of these other niggas talking that crazy shit, like Eagles fans talking crazy, Saints fans. You know what, Saints fans? I really ain't gonna.
Hey man,
like y'all been a pain in my ass for the last couple of years. Y'all owned us, but this year right here, I honestly feel like we can sweep y'all ass, and that's just me going off what I seen. Like, I don't really feel like y'all the team y'all have been the last couple years. Y'all have a nice 7-1 record. Kudos. I see y'all. But week 12 and 17, it's gonna get busy. And guess what week 17 game at? In Charlotte.
You going?
Man, listen, I might have to get up in there, man. I might have to get up in there. That might be for the division, man.
That's like what, late? That's like late December, isn't it?
22nd.
Oh, that's right before Christmas.
Or 29th. One of the two. 22nd or 29th, yeah. So, hey, man, it's time to get down when it comes to this shit.
We lost to the Ravens, and, you know, they did their thing. And then all I know is, like, niggas tell us we in trouble for the rest of the schedule. Nah. We ain't play nobody.
I see niggas saying y'all ain't got no offensive weapons. Y'all ain't gonna get by with just who y'all got. But, I mean, it's Brady at the end of the day.
And even me saying that, niggas be like, "Oh, you just being cocky." It's like, bro, like I'm just going off what I've seen, you know, this whole time watching Tom Brady. Like, you know, he do the most with the less. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it is what it is, man. Like I respect who we playing. I respect, you know, Deshaun. I respect. I think we got Mahomes again. We got teams we gonna be playing. We got the Eagles today. Eagle fans talking crazy. All I gotta say is, be on the TL all the time with this shit. Don't duck. Don't run from the timeline. That's all I got to say. Cause niggas do this.
Niggas send me this Cam Newton shit. I'm gonna go ahead and say this one more time. The only way Cam is leaving if we don't win the Super Bowl. And when I say that, niggas be like, "Oh, okay, he be back." I'd be like, "All right, shut the fuck up," because I don't want to hear that. Don't come on my text message talking crazy, talking about Cam getting traded and all that other shit. It's crazy. This nigga was damaged goods 4 weeks ago, but then now all of a sudden, y'all got Super Bowl contenders lined up for this man.
Who lined up? I seen those.
Denver, Chicago.
Yeah,
all this kind of shit.
I didn't know.
But the man
Denver.
just was done 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, they was calling them. They was saying it's over for this nigga.
So which is it? Is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it one Mike?
I get it, because, you know, the nigga can't be damaged goods, but he'd fit perfect on these certain teams.
Why he can't fit perfect with us?
I get it.
Come on, man. Like, y'all need to stop, man. And it's like, I put it to you like this. I see the reports. Dog, to be honest with you, I felt like this way before because I know my staff, but Tepper is here now. So I don't know Tepper's mindset. That was with Jerry Richardson. I don't know what Tepper would do. I can honestly say I feel like he'll be back.
Right.
That's my honest opinion. He got 1 more year left on his contract. You know what the price of a quarterback is right now? The average is $27 million. He's on the books for 19. So why wouldn't you do that? And honestly, I still think Cam won the Super Bowl with us. Fuck the bullshit. But if we got to roll with Kyle Allen, I got faith in Kyle Allen too. It just be a lot of slander. Don't get it fucked up now. The same way people say they see, Kyle Allen be getting disrespected too.
Oh yeah, he do.
He be getting disrespected. And I just be like, I see Nick Wright talk about, he's in the 20s, and I don't want to hear that because every year Kirk Cousins is top 5 completion percentage, QBR, all that shit, and it'll never pan out to nothing. Case Keenum was top 5 in QBR completion percentage beginning of this year. So I don't be wanting to hear that. Don't talk to me about that. When I look at the tape, he making great throws. He make good. And with time, like, this is another thing that killed me too, right? People be telling me, I'd be like, what's our franchise quarterback to y'all? Like, what y'all? You think because a quarterback go to the line and make checks and read defenses that make him a franchise quarterback? I see plenty of quarterbacks do that. Oh, he go in there and do what North Turner tell him to do. What the fuck is a quarterback supposed to do, man?
That need to make sense.
That don't make sense. This is first year starting. When Tom Brady first came into New England, you know what he did? He did what the fuck Belichick told him to do.
He when he got the ring, he didn't get the reins to himself prior to about
3 or 4 after.
About 3 or 4 after. But that first year, he did what he was supposed to do.
And he was great in 2 minutes. That's what
separated Tom Brady.
That's what I'm saying. But you know what teams do at the end of practices? They run 2-minute drills. It just boils down to who do it best and who don't. Best. But don't give me this shit about he do what North Turner telling him to do. All the greats do. The only quarterback
when niggas say shit like that, I just feel like that's just like y'all just trying to find anything to say now.
Because at the end, the only quarterback I can say came in like was checking shit off rip was Peyton Manning. But he's a rare breed. With time, you get that development. If y'all think that Patrick Mahomes do not do what Andy Reid tell him to do,
you're sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken, bro.
He's very talented. He would be like the new era Aaron Rodgers.
Right. He's an enormous talent, but best believe he's very much a student still.
Now with time, he's gonna be making checks. He's gonna make checks within time. But don't give me. That's what Andy Reid is good at. He's good with quarterbacks. He did it with Donovan. He did it with Kevin Cobb. He did it with Nick Foles.
Right.
Like he's a quarterback guru. Like he know what he doing. Hey, but don't give me this shit about Noah Turner got him and he throws the ball good, man. He's a good thrower of the football. He can improvise too. He's not Patrick Mahomes, but he can improvise. Yeah, he had a bad game. This shit happens. I see Tom Brady throw 4 picks in a game. What does it matter?
It happens.
It happens.
Hey, real quick though, before we get out of here, Mar not here. Shout out to my dog, but I saw him.
Boy got a big win, man.
I saw him and Chill. with the. They was talking about y'all signing Moncrief.
Oh yeah.
So Chill was like, man, get this nigga out of here. And Nar was like, that's y'all got a legit wide receiver now. And I was like, huh? All right. I was like, Nar, cut that shit out, man.
Nar to always be with that shit. Oh, we need a number 1 receiver, dog. Again,
he was like, it was a good move. That's a good move.
Again, I watch these games.
Moncrief legit.
I see the film that they post on this one site at the games. These niggas always be getting separation. Kyle Allen underthrew DJ Moore twice last week. You see what I'm saying? Like, my niggas is getting separation. I'm not worrying. We have a number 1 receiver. His name DJ Moore. Niggas be telling me another thing.
Why niggas going?
Oh, hold on.
Why niggas line up to hate on DJ so much?
I don't know because they're not flashy names. They're not flashy names. He don't have a flashy name. And Curtis Samuel would easily be number 1 on a lot of y'all niggas teams, especially the Eagles and the Raiders. Ooh. So we're not even gonna do that. DJ Moore would easily be a number 1 on the Eagles and Raiders. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's debatable depending on scheme. No, fuck a scheme. He would be number 1 on the Raiders right now. Who's better? Who's better on the Raiders right now than DJ Moore?
Who's better on the Eagles than DJ Moore? Let's keep it a buck with that wide receiving core. But don't worry, we got y'all later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Mari said they ain't y'all ass next week. Pause. He said, "Oh, book it. We're beating New England next week."
All right, that should sound cool. Hey, how Jesus say it? You can try, dog, but it ain't easy.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Shout out Mari though, man. But
I'm throwing a few punches at Popeyes because I just like to bully them niggas. But I be driving by there and them lines don't be going down no time soon.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I went and got the sandwich yesterday. I was in line for probably like 10 minutes.
Okay, so it's getting better.
You know, the line was wrapped now, but that's it.
It's getting better.
It was
10 minutes seems like it's getting better.
Yeah, I can't really say.
You said that first day you went, nigga ordered 10 in front of your ass.
Nigga ordered 10, but the line still was moving though.
That's good.
The line still was moving.
So they probably have a section dedicated to just chicken
I'm pretty sure they do. Like I told y'all, I was tripping off the shit because I told you they had like a team huddle. They had like a little meeting, I guess. I don't know. I'm not trying to clown niggas, but they had like a little team meeting, like right there where niggas been cooking that and shit. So I guess they was like delegating that shit to, to the crowd. So
man, check OBJ out, man.
I'm shit hard.
My dog pulled up in the 4s.
But yeah, man.
With the Louis V stamps on them.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
It is what it is, man.
I'm not worried about none of these shit. So like, I already know what time it is. If Green Bay comes out and kick our ass, right? Niggas gonna be on some. Oh, y'all ain't like.
Niggas throwing y'all to the wolves.
Yeah, they gonna throw us to the wolves.
Niggas throwing out to the wolves. I want y'all to win just so we don't got to deal with none of that shit.
But like I told niggas, if we win, don't text me. Don't text me, bro. Straight up, don't text me. Don't text my phone. Don't do that.
What if they be like, congrats, man, I was wrong.
I mean, it's cool. I just be wanting niggas to keep that saying for about 5-10 minutes. All
right.
Let it fester.
All right.
Just acknowledge the fact that you was talking crazy. That's what I be wanting. Just be like, hey, bro, I was talking crazy.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you.
And then I'll be like, all right, cool. Yeah, I got it. But, yeah. They said the game was going to be, like, freezing, but when I look at the temperature wasn't as crazy as they made it seem. I don't know if it's to shake us up.
They in Green Bay, right?
Yeah, but the temperature is like 35. So, I mean, that's cold now, but it ain't. I thought it was going to be like 10 degrees.
Yeah, that's kind of warm for Green Bay, honestly. But
35 in November, I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take that. Now, them boys went up there in some 5-10 degree, I would have been like
my dog Mike Vick now, that Tundra game.
Hey, Mike showed out in that game.
Yeah, he did.
He cut their ass.
The Tundra, nigga.
Them boys did not have Mike Vick going up there and winning that game, bro. Mike went up there and cut their ass. I remember that shit. I think that's when he really established himself.
Yeah.
You think Lamar Jackson be better than Mike Vick? I don't think so, but do you think so?
I think he'd be a better passer than Mike Vick.
Yeah, Mike was too crazy with the elusiveness.
Yeah,
I don't think Lamar got
when
that
it comes to that open field shit, like nobody was really seeing Mike Vick, man. I will say that Lamar Jackson is a very good playmaker now, but Vick just was different, man. Like when he got out in that open field,
bro, you wasn't catching.
You wasn't
that
catching
nigga,
that man, bro.
I remember
really
in 2002.
He changed Madden that year. Like when the next Madden came out.
Yeah, 04. That's when he got hurt. But that 02 season,
that 02, like that shit was.
Bruh, I remember they beat us a combined score that year, 71-0 in both games. I remember this one play, right? Julius Peppers had this nigga. This nigga escaped that shit. This nigga took off. But it seemed like he got faster by the time he got to the 10-yard line for the touch. I'm like, this nigga accelerated. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this shit, bro? This is some video game shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, man. Like, what you gonna do? And we just had to get in containment. So when we would play the Falcons like years on, we would just assign Julius to him. And Julius would do a pretty good job. He would be the only nigga on the defense who could run down Mike Vick. The only nigga. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's all I got. We play at 4 o'clock, too. I hate 4 o'clock games.
Me, too.
I hate 4 o'clock games, but that's that flexing shit. I'm like, man, I want to get this shit over and done with at 1.
Shit should be over at 4
But they be doing that shit for ratings. It's going to be more flexing because they got an ass of trash Monday Night Football games coming up for the rest of the season on 4 o'clock games. Like Dolphins and Bengals type shit. Nobody want to see that.
Nobody trying to see that bullshit. AJ Green don't want to play. And niggas not coming back because due to a setback. The setback was he didn't get traded. That's why he ain't playing no more.
No, that's what you think it is?
The nigga he didn't get traded. That's the setback. That's the setback. Let's keep it. Let's let's like the time's up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it's over.
Wasted years.
Yeah, I mean,
who the Colts got today?
Dalton not winning nothing. He's not a winner.
That's a dub.
Yeah, Dalton. Andy Dalton. Then they try to use the narrative that how close like the wives are, how they work out together and all this other shit, so they have a good relationship. I'm sure AJ Green wants to fucking win, regardless of the matter.
Keep all that cool shit.
Right.
Like, to be honest with you, bro, the Bengals should have been at least one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. For 2011 to 2015, the Moys had some teams.
Yeah.
They was in the playoffs every year and couldn't get a fucking playoff win. So it ain't like them boys been some scrubs. They had some teams.
They ain't never smelled the second round.
They ain't never smelled the second round.
Big
Then
up.
the one year, Burfitt fucked it up when he hit AB.
Yep.
They was on to the next round and fucked that up. So that's wild.
That was a playoff game.
That was a playoff game. They had the shit in the bag, and then he got a 15-yard penalty, put him in field goal range.
That's what happens to you, the dirtiest player in NFL right now.
That's wild.
Dumbass.
It was Sue, but now it's Burfitt.
Dumbass award goes to Deion Waiters, man. He damn took an edible.
Oh yeah,
edible gummies.
Stupid, dog. Like
Dude,
what
gotta
is
chill, man.
what's wrong with dog? What's wrong with this man, bro?
That man was on the edible, bro. Come on now. We partake. Why that man can't get down?
Before a fucking game? Hell no.
He about to
Obviously-
fuck it up for everybody, Mo. When they trying to
obviously-
integrate this shit into the leagues, he's fucking it up.
He's going to be the one who fucking a panic attack because you high. Nigga, get your shit together
They
first of all.
definitely ain't about to let that shit pass now.
The nigga was on the plane losing his mind.
Then the boy say he woke up, had a seizure. I had to retweet that shit from the movie though. But Don't Be a Menace. Bro, come on, dog.
That's not the damn exposure I want Miami to have, bro. Like that. That shit is
tripping.
wild, and that's why we went to damn LA and got our ass kicked, bro. Like niggas scared to jump against a white boy and all kind of shit. Like, come
Caruso?
on, bro. Yeah.
Hey man, I be
Hey, the
tired
boy,
of
that
this
man
shit,
got
bro.
he got the way quick.
But James Jones got bunnies. That's what's crazy to me, bro. Like,
He was caught slipping though. He already had to drop on
So
him.
Caruso dunked on him.
nah, he moved out the way.
He moved swiftly.
That nigga-
He got-
Jones moved out the way.
Yes,
James-
bro.
He jumped
James-
higher than that man.
Thank you, bro.
Hey man, they want Caruso and Hero to be like, no disrespect to Hero. I fuck with Hero.
I think
But
with Caruso
The
is more.
Caruso shit is more so. It's only because LeBron and AD there.
No, they've been hyping
they been
Caruso,
hyping
but
him up.
I feel like the Caruso shit. They know what really the time it is with Caruso. The Tyler Hero shit. Like it's no.
Hey,
you're
man,
not
I
gonna
put-
tell me Tyler Hero's the best rookie right now.
No,
He's
but I
cooking
put you
though.
like this:
He
start
is cooking.
Caruso, then we'll have a conversation. Start him.
They're not going to do that, Mike.
He's
Start
a
him.
bench player. Like,
I'm tired of that shit.
100%.
I hate that shit, bro.
They-
This nigga had an and one against us, and you would have thought he won 6 rings.
Yo, that's crazy. But you're right. But and the thing about it is they keep a narrative around these niggas to keep them in the fucking league, like a reason why they're still in the league. Like Caldwell Pope, this nigga
Yeah, what's his
airballed a lay.
narrative?
He airballed a layup. Like, bruh, Melo's not airballing no damn layups. Like that's
what's KCP's narrative to keep him in the league? I want to know because, like you say, Melo could have used that motherfucker.
1000%, bruh. And if y'all want a flashy dunk, Melo can give y'all a flashy 3. Like, come on, it just doesn't make any sense. Oh, y'all might as well get gone and get them Jeremy Lin. If that's the case, if we're gonna have a charity case in the NBA, like he might as well go ahead and get the crying China boy and keep him in the league. Like it's just crazy, bro. This
Yo,
shit is
crying
crazy.
China boy is crazy.
So tired of this shit, dog. Them niggas some scrubs, but in the league. But the niggas that deserve to be in the league ain't in the league. Like that shit's crazy.
I do
bro.
like Kendrick Nunn.
I like him too,
Kendrick
bro.
Nunn's nice.
Yeah,
I'm not hopping on the Hero shit yet.
Yeah, that Hero shit is kind of like
Too mature.
like it's 5 rookies better than that man. He's a good shooter though. I give him that.
Ja Morant look good though. You know what I'm
I
saying?
look good. Kobe look good.
Yeah.
What's the nigga? Kendrick, of course. Kendrick Nunn.
Y'all niggas in Boston need to use this nigga Taco more like effectively, man.
I think he's a liability
He
on the
he a liability
offense
on on defense. He's slow now.
I mean, he get up and down the. I mean,
he don't. Imagine this nigga. Imagine
he's a 7-footer, dog. You
Imagine
slow
the boy
the.
outletting on the. That's why That's why Bold didn't
he ain't really pan
last
out like
long
that.
in the
His
league.
knees been bad too.
This thing ain't been getting up on down the court like that for no defense.
Nah,
Man,
he
listen,
wasn't. I
China-
mean, we got him on a 2-way contract, so we be sending him down to our G League team too.
Also, fucking Yao Ming was one of the most dominant centers in the game, bro. Like,
Yao Ming was getting up and down the floor.
he was getting up and down the floor. He
So
wasn't.
wasn't or was?
He was.
Yeah, I say he was.
Yeah.
Taco. I
But
watched Taco.
ain't-
He ain't
this
really,
motherfucker like
okay.
7'7"?
He's like 7'6", 7.
Yao was what? 7'3"?
Yeah, he was 7'3".
And he had a lot more meat on him. Pause.
But I
Taco
mean,
don't be getting up and down.
Taco
the court, man.
don't be getting up and down the floor like that.
regardless, you change the game around a big like that, bro. Like you slow down your game so that this man can be that effective, though. Because
True, but
this-
what if
we ain't doing
they
that.
miss shots, get a rebound, start outletting
Yeah,
on your ass?
We ain't doing that.
that shit wild. Yeah,
We just lost Gordon. Gordon fractured his hand last
Yeah.
night.
Chandler Parsons 2.0.
it's time to. It's just time
I'm
to
just talking
be.
injury wise.
Injury wise,
Gordon Hayward. It's just time to be a father full time guy.
Nah, that man young as
That
shit.
man been balling this year now.
Yeah, he was,
That
but
man
now
ain't that old to be retiring.
a
He'll be back.
one of the most freak accidents you've ever seen in the NBA. with his damn leg, and then now fucking a fractured hand or arm. I mean, it depends on how bad that shit is. Because, I mean, they shut down Steph for the whole year for a broken hand, and his shit didn't even look that bad.
That Golden State shit, they trying to tank. I don't.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, they tanking.
I think slick. They get a top pick, and then they'll have
they'll have their whole team back, and then they hide in Draymond now. Now they don't want Draymond to play, so it's like, come on, bro. But anyways, enough with that. I feel like Gordon be back. Hopefully, if it's not too bad of a break, he could be back going into late season, going into the playoffs. He was doing good with us. Jaylen Brown had 30 points in San Antonio last night. We went undefeated on our road trip, so
that's good.
We should still be all right if Jaylen, do what he got to do. He got that extension now, so he got what he want. Just come out and ball.
Right. Should have kept Rozier.
Nah.
Hey, Rex Ryan be killing Baker Mayfield, bro.
He's still going in on Baker, bro.
Baker be talking shit, and Rex, he just an analyst, and I saw today, he's like, no way I picked the Browns to win today. He be holding on them, but I mean, he right.
He right.
He said this shit before the season. It's like, dog, they have issues. They flashy. They got all the flashy parts, but they don't have the foundations. So, like, they O-line
Kareem Hunt coming back, though, right?
They linebacker core is trash. They secondary don't want to tackle. And they got a rookie head coach who don't know how to call fucking plays.
Recipe for disaster. Don't Kareem Hunt come back this week? Or?
I think so. He should be.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Let me go pick this nigga up right now.
Should have been on it. Somebody probably got that nigga, man.
Man, nigga, on one of my leagues, somebody
players in fantasy until they get reinstated, right?
No, you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I still got Antonio Brown. My dumb ass still holding on to that shit.
Everybody that didn't give me a fantasy league invite that usually do. Niggas acting brand new this year, but it's all good though. It's all good. You ain't even know. I've been in niggas fantasy leagues for like the past 5 years, and all of a sudden I don't get an email. It's all good.
Yeah,
it is all good.
So that's it, man.
That's it for me, man. Shout out to everybody, out and about. I went in Vibes the other night. Shout out Courtney the Poet. That spot is banging. Me and Drew supposed to go to Vibes the other night.
Big cap.
I'll take the Big Cap award.
As you should.
Fellas gotta do what the fellas gotta do sometimes.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, Bubba.
On the late night.
Yes, sir.
So, with that being said, half of the pull-up boys is apologize to the other half of the pull-up boys. I did Big Cap.
Yes, sir.
Mike, what you got? You got any shout-outs?
Yeah, man, just shout out everybody just tuning in with us on all platforms as usual, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Leave a review, too. Leave a review on iTunes.
YouTube, comments. Yeah, do all that.
Do all that.
Run it up.
Yeah, man, so that's about it.
Subscribe to the YouTube page. Share the YouTube page if you can, We just need all interactions.
So, Steve just texted me. He said the poll is already out, and Bama stayed at 4. They dropped from 2 to 4, I think. That's what he told me. So
expected that.
Yeah.
They like
to find a way to get him
in. Yeah. You got anything, Drew? You good?
Just big ups to everybody, man. Salute to the city, man. Salute to everybody out there working, man. Keep working, man. We're in the fourth quarter of the year, so you know what I'm saying. Close this shit strong, man. I'm ready for 2020.
Yes, sir. Same here.
Yes.
I got some good blessings ahead of me, man.
I'm so glad we're outside of October, boy. God damn, October seemed like it took forever to get through.
No, it didn't, nigga. That shit always go by fast as fuck.
Not for me, bro.
October was like 2 weeks.
Fucking.
Because Toon Wedding was definitely like 2 weeks ago. And that was the beginning of October.
That was the first weekend.
Yeah. But October was a good October, but I mean, just that damn shit just started crashing, like a fucking computer crash, damn. All the damn electronics just went fucking crazy, man.
It was a retro Gatorade?
Retro Gatorade.
Retro raids or whatever.
Hey, but it's all good. We got new.
Shout out to the Crystal girls out there.
Yeah, man. Like I said, Retro Gatorade.
Shout out to all the Crystal natural body girls out there, man.
This nigga wild, man.
So with that being said, man, if you hear anything on this, show that gets you in your feelings, always remember, man, we just the messengers.
We out.